Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 7 of my Newcastle career. Now in today's episode we've got 3 games to get through. The first game is against Chelsea, a huge match for us to play in the league. Although it usually will be a huge match. Chelsea I think are at 11th or 12th or something in the league, so a little bit further down, but still a lot of really good players, certainly a much better team than we have, so going to be a tough game I'd expect. And just 3 days later a game against West Brom, another tough game but for different reasons, obviously different quality of players, but quite a resilient and strong team, and that's obviously 3 days after, so very tough to be able to adapt there as well. And then another game 3 days later. They've really sort of been piled on us here in December. We've got 8 games this month, but it's Leicester City to play in today's episode as well. That's the last game of the episode. A home match as well, but to play 3 games in less than a week is very, very tough, and so we're going to see how we get on. Hopefully we're going to be okay, but it's going to mean a lot of change in the team really this episode. And like I say, we've got more matches to play towards the end of the month as well, so it's going to be pretty hectic. Hopefully we're going to adapt okay, but it could really be the month where we come crashing back down to earth really. It's going to be our biggest test maybe of the season here. 8 games which could determine whether we finish in the top half, the bottom half, or mid-table. So we'll wait and see. Before we get into things, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GamefaceHD and on Instagram at GamefaceHD as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'd really appreciate you doing that. So just click the link in the description below. Let's crack on with the opening game against Chelsea. This is the team we're going to go with. It's a 4-1-4-1 formation. Usual goalkeepers in net. We've got Yedlin, Lascelles, Loen and Plattenhart in defence. In front of that, Andrew Shelvey, Sissoko, Amari, Diame, Atsu and Slimani all starting. So a fairly strong team. Just John Shelvey coming in really for Moreno, who drops to the bench. And let's see how we get on with that side. We've just entered into December now, and so this could be a really testing month for us. Let's see how we get on. 8 league games to play, I think it is as well. So it's going to very much determine what happens to our league form this season, and hopefully we can get ourselves a few good results here. Okay, there we go for this game against Chelsea. The team that they've put out is a 5 at the back, as you'd expect. David Luiz in there for them. And so it's going to be tough. A 5 at the back against our 1 striker. Maybe you have to look at that again. I forgot about that being the case really for this match, and so that could be very difficult to break down. Obviously we're never going to really be able to get enough players up the pitch, so we'll see how we get on anyway in this first half in particular. We'll hopefully try and find a way through them. I'm sure we can come up with something. Let's see whether Atsu can get forward. Is he onside here? Look for a cutback. He was offside in the end. It looked like it as well, to be honest, inside the opening couple of minutes. I was worried about not being able to break them down, but we certainly did that very quickly. Just allowed Atsu to run beyond the defence. How we're going to respond in defence, I'm not so sure really, against their 3 attackers. It's going to be a lot to deal with. Kante running into the box here as well. It's 1-0 Chelsea. What a start to this game for them. And maybe you could argue the goalkeeper should stay on his line in the end. Maybe I brought him out a little bit too quickly. Difficult to tell, but certainly Kante makes a great run from midfield. You can't really stop that when it's a 4th attacker coming into play. It's going to be very difficult to stop. And it's a really, really good run from him. Not known for his finisher, his goal scoring, but makes his way through. Just look at that. John Shelby can't keep up at all. Good pass through, and just enough on that finish, 1-0. Not the start that we wanted. Shelvey into Diame, that's good. We can pass through this midfield, definitely. John Shelvey running through, and he equalises 1-1. That's the advantage that we have over Chelsea. We have a better midfield, a stronger midfield in there, because obviously they've got just 2 players in there. We have a lot more packed into that space, and so we can run through like that. We've proven it there. John Shelvey this time running from deep for us, and you just see this lovely bit of play. Slimani holds it up for, waits the right pass, opens up his body, scores 1-1 back at level terms. Great response. Good chance here for Yedlin to get in on the overlap here. Good opportunity to cross in. Slimani gets in there. What a connection. Unbelievably just wide. But that is a really, really good bit of play there. Great crossing from Yedlin. Picks him out perfectly. You couldn't ask for a better ball. The leap's really good, but the direction just slightly wide at the end. Still remains at 1-1. So close to a second goal. So unlucky. 25 minutes in. We've actually played really well to kick off this game. We're not dominating or anything. It's kind of fairly even, but we've done much better than I was anticipating. Really sort of dominated through that midfield. And that extra man's helping us out a lot. And surprisingly, Slimani's doing a really good job against the 5 at the back. Good chance. 2-1. Can't complain about that because it's brilliant football there from Chelsea. I think it's Danny Drinkwater, another midfielder, that gets the goal. And it's the extra man. It keeps on causing us issues whenever they have a 4th attacker running into the box. Always seems to be an issue for us, and that's the case here. And it's Danny Drinkwater that gets himself in there. We should be 4v4 in the box, but a man always seems to get free for some reason. He drills that one home on his left foot. It's 2-1 now. Chelsea put themselves in front on the stroke of half-time. I don't know about it being necessarily deserved. I think it's been very even. I think at half-time we should be certainly going in at level, but we're not. Chelsea are in front. We've certainly got a difficult second half to play in at the moment. So we'll see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves an equaliser and then push on for the victory, but easier said than done. Atsu now going to try and get a cross in here for Slimani. It's actually pulled back to Amory. Oh, got a toe to it. Slimani follows up, and that's 2-2. We've equalised. And we've got ourselves back to level terms within minutes yet again. Obviously in the second half now, though, 5 minutes into it as well. Atsu with the initial ball in, doesn't really pick out Slimani at all. Goes to Amory, who does get a touch on it in the end. And that's enough to cause a rebound. So it's all down to Amory just stretching out his leg and trying to get something on it that allows Slimani to put into an empty net in the end. Still plays closing him down, still does a very good job. Gets himself the goal, most importantly, and puts us back at level terms, 2-2. This could be quite an interesting end to the game here. Not really too sure which way it's going to go. Hopefully, the momentum's going in our favour. What a challenge. What a challenge. Look for a ball into Slimani, trying to turn his man here. Slimani to finish, and he scores 3-2. He's done it again. Slimani gets the goal, and we put ourselves in front for the first time in this game as well. Really impressed with that. And Slimani just turns David Luiz here really easily. Look at that. Just rolls him and just overcommits himself. Gets the finesse perfectly right into the top right-hand corner. 3-2. And we're in front for the first time. Slimani gets himself another goal. Really impressive stuff from him. He continues to bang them in for us. And it's now 3-2. We're in front. Can we hold on to this victory though? All three trainers now. Murphy, Gale and Kennedy all to go on. We're going to take off Plattenhart, Amory and Atsu. Suzuko's going to go play as a midfielder alongside Diame. Really trying to strengthen us up in that to try and win back the ball as well. That's going to be the aim there. Kennedy going to give us a bit more pace, hopefully left back, and we'll see how that goes there. Dwight Gale on the left hand side also for the pace as well. The aim behind that with the faster wingers, the fresh legs and the wingers as well, is to try and cause some issues down the sides basically as they start to push the fullbacks further forward. So we'll see how that goes. It's mainly for sort of counter-attacking purposes. Hopefully those guys get in and defend as well, but we'll wait and see what happens. Let's just see whether those tactics work. Good chance. Oh, what an interception that is. No idea who's done it. Oh, wait, a penalty? Was he in the box? Wait, whoa, what's happened here? It looks like he pointed to the spot. No, surely not. It looks like he was outside. Oh, I think he might have given a penalty. Look where he's ended up, though. It must have been a big bit of contact. I've gone for the ball, and to be honest, I've not even gone to stick a foot out. I've just gone to challenge. And I think he's given a penalty. Oh, it looks like it. Certainly looks like he pointed to the spot. He has. Oh, no. Penalty with 20 minutes left. It's going to be Hazard to step up. Can we save this? Totally accidental and giving the ball and giving the penalty away. Hazard. Oh, goes down that to the left with a chip. What was he thinking? Oh my days, and I've gone the right way. I thought I was beaten there. Unbelievable stuff. Hazard wastes the penalty, and we have a chance to attack ourselves now. Unbelievable stuff. Should have scored. Dwight Gale goes to the cross and cleared away. What a chance for Chelsea. They've not taken it. Well played, John Joe Shelvey. Loses his man with ease. Murphy now with the fresh legs. Going to go for a cross, and not the cross I was after. Good chance on the overlap. Still couldn't pick him out. Really good opportunity for us with 10 minutes left. Chelsea really sort of throwing everyone forward. They've left with literally just a defence now. Everyone else is in attack. Good ball in for Shelvey to head it. And what a save by Courtois. 9 minutes left. And Chelsea need to get going forward. Murphy inside now into Slimani. Is he onside? Hopefully. Oh, going to fall to Murphy. Is he onside? Cleared away. I mean, it was pinballed in there, to be honest. No idea what was going on, but it's going out for a corner. That's all I know. Sissoko going to deliver. Lascelles is in there. Good connection. Great connection, in fact, but saved, I think, onto the post and cleared away. Unbelievable. Great chance for a fourth goal. We're still clinging on, and Chelsea still clinging on to just conceding 3 at the moment. They've hit us on the break, though. Kennedy's been left for dead by Cesc Fabregas, of all players. Kennedy's still going. Brilliant defending there. Whew, corner to defend. Can we get this one away? I think everyone's back here. Should be everyone anyway. Ball goes in. Goalkeeper's going for it, and we'll hold on to that. Ooh, played back to the goalkeeper who cleared it. Slimani so close to intercepting, but cleared up to the other end of the pitch, and we've won that again. Kennedy's been great since coming on. You can really tell he's just a couple of inches bigger than our other left back. I think he's 6 foot, and he's just done such a good job there of winning everything in the air for us. Good chance for Dwight Gale, who again has fresh legs, crossing it in. So close. That was unbelievably close to a fourth, and thought they were going to score for us there, Chelsea, and we still might score as well. Murphy! And he does get the 4th goal. It's a disastrous bit of defending there from Chelsea. That's unbelievable. We finished off there with our left foot into an empty net in the end. You can see Marcus Alonso doesn't clear it properly. Somali wins it back and then just falls to us really nicely to put into an empty goal. Great finish, 4-2. Terrible defending, what were they thinking? But that confirms us the 3 points now. Yeah, that's it, 4-2 victory, really happy with it. Obviously Chelsea led for quite a big spell of that game. We came back into it, we got ourselves the victory as well, and I think quite rightly beat them in the end. Terrible defending for that 4th goal, and we took our chances. So really good news, and very happy with that. On to some player drills this week. We brought in Martin for another drill as well, as we had to obviously fill up that space. I think it was an injury to Hayden, he's out for a couple of days, but he'll be back fine for the next match if we need him. This week there's been some progress on the attributes, but no real change in the overall, unfortunately. That victory takes us up to 2nd place now, which I can't remember whether we were there before. We might be in 3rd before, I'm not too sure, but we're into 2nd place anyway. Currently a point behind Man City, but if we beat West Brom, we could well leapfrog them depending on whether they're playing or not. So that will be very interesting to see whether that happens. Obviously we've had a really good start to the season, really good results so far in the opening 14 games. You can see we've won 9 games, drawn 3, lost 2 matches. And we're not conceding too many goals as well, so really impressive stuff. 2nd best goal difference in the league. Can't really argue too much with that. It's been a very strange season though. You can see there are teams that are outside the top 4 or 5 that they expect to be there. Chelsea and down in 13th, United 9th, Everton 7th. Yeah, I suppose that's probably about right, to be honest. Liverpool is 6th, Arsenal 5th, so there's some strange teams, but Stoke City in 4th is obviously very strange as well. Huddersfield now dropped down to 8th. But yeah, a lot of teams in very bizarre positions, but I'm not going to complain. On to the game now against West Brom. This is the team going to go. It's obviously some changes to the team here for this game against West Brom, just 3 days after the last one. Usual goalkeeper starts in net though. We've got Manquillo there at right back, Lascelles, Clark and Kennedy also in defence as well. Murphy, Hayden, Moreno and Ritchie in midfield, Perez and Gale in front of them. This the bench I've gone with Mbemba, Plattenhardt, Shell, Vita, Zoko, Fernandez, Atsu and Hoslu. All on there, obviously giving us many different options if we need them. Let's find out how we get on. Hopefully try and beat West Brom. Different sort of team, obviously, change the formation for this game, not quite sitting back as much. I think you've got to do that against West Brom and try and sort of put them under a bit more pressure. Let's see how we get on with that. Hopefully it doesn't backfire and hopefully we can get ourselves a victory again. Okay, then let's go for this game against West Brom at the Hawthorns, find out how we get on. Obviously, usually quite a big physical team, so I'm expecting a tough game in that sense if we're not able to cope with it. Hopefully we can do. I purposely put in Lascelles alongside Clark rather than Mbemba, just for a little bit more height in our back 4 for us. Hopefully that's going to work for us. Let's wait and see. We can always make changes if necessary, although we don't really have an abundance of physical players on the bench, really. Possibly we'll probably have to go at centre-back, but hopefully we won't need anybody like that. Let's see how we do. Try and get ourselves a positive result again, and try and play some good football at the same time. Forgot about Daniel Sturridge being up front for West Brom. That could be difficult for us. And Hayden gets a booking 6 minutes in. Manquillo into Perez. Now a chance for Matt Ritchie to take a touch and shoot. Good save. Followed up. It's a goal. It's an offside goal from Manquillo. Thought we'd scored there. Thought we'd open the lead, but clearly not. Just runs a little bit too far beyond the defence there. Matt Ritchie with a good strike. I thought he was actually going to maybe score here, but saved anyway. And unfortunately was offside eventually. Still remains 0-0. Matt Ritchie to shoot. Oh, what a hit. It's 1-0, at least a bit. Matt Ritchie, he's looked pretty good in this game, actually. I brought him into the team. He's not played in a little while. To be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of him on the right-hand side. I'd much prefer left-footed players to be on the left, right-footed players to be on the right so they can cross, but this is an incredible strike into top right-hand corner. You're not going to stop that. I don't care where the goalkeeper was on the pitch. He's got no chance. And unbelievable strike from Matt Ritchie. Puts us 1-0 up. And it's a really good finish and a taster of what you can really do on that left foot as well. I haven't really seen it enough since obviously we started this career mode, but hopefully we can see it a little bit more and hopefully we can play a bit more on the left-hand side as well. Certainly if he continues to do that, he'll be starting more often. Clark looking for a chip forward here. Perez going for a flick on. It's offside again, but we'll smash it home. Could be 3-0 up here if it wasn't for the offside goals. But, I mean, they were offside, so quite rightly given. Still remains 1-0. Dwight Gale smashed that one home anyway. Good chance. Oh my days, hits the bar. Thought it scored, thought it went over the goalkeeper, but luckily saved by the woodwork. Still remains 1-0. And West Brom with a really good chance to finish off this first half. Probably their first real opportunity. They nearly took it. And they're putting us under a bit of pressure here actually late on, which is a little bit frustrating for us. Got to try and break out now and hold on to this lead as well. That's it for the first half, still winning the game 1-0. We've been the better team, so happy about that. Obviously we had a couple of other chances that were ruled offside quite rightly, so we could maybe be a couple more in front, but pretty pleased with how we've done. West Brom with just that one shot and they hit the bar late on, so they can definitely test us when they want to. Just hopefully we're going to limit them, or continue to limit them to very few chances in the second half. Perez, let's just have a go. Oh my days, I should not be allowed to score from that. That is ridiculous. Oh my god, I just thought I'd have a go. Just kind of, to be honest, I got a little bit bored of running forward, so I just thought I'd just have a shot. I have no right to score from that sort of range. What a hit from Perez. That is in the top left-hand corner. I just literally couldn't be bothered to run any further forward and try and beat anybody else, so I just thought I'll have a go. And it has worked perfectly. It's doubled our lead. What a hit. Ben Foster has no chance. That's a crazy strike from Perez, and so far it's 2 goals that give us the lead in this game against West Brom. Unbelievable strikes, both of them. First 2 changes, Jonjo Shelvey and Joselu both to come on. We're going to take off Hayden and Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale's not had a fantastic game. It's been okay for him, but I want some more physical now in the box. Hayden coming off due to the yellow card. Don't want to risk anybody getting suspended. 25 minutes to go. Let's see how those changes do. Maybe we bring a third one on, maybe we don't. Joselu holding it up, waiting for that pass. Perez still going. Could this be a third? It is a third goal. That's fantastic play. Joselu gets the assist as well. And that is brilliant football. What hold-up play that is. Just gets hold of the ball, waits for the run to be made. You can just see us waiting and waiting. And the pass is perfect. Just about goes near enough around the goalkeeper, kind of. We certainly take it away from him anyway. And it's near enough an empty netter to put it in as well. 3-0 now. Perez gets the third. And let's make the final change. It's going to be Matt Ritchie off, Fernandez on. Give the youngster a bit of a go for the final 15 minutes. And yeah, just basically freshen up the legs. Oh, good chance here for West Brom. What a save. Stop the follow-up, Manquillo, and he has done that perfectly as well. Just beats Johnny Evans to it. Unbelievable defending is that. Ball over to Murphy. Murphy's still going for a cross into the back post, and the Joselu gets a fourth and wraps up the game for us. That's fantastic football. What a delivery in from Murphy, and the substitute has done it. He's got himself an assist and a goal now. 7 minutes left. We've added to the scoreline. Obviously, West Brom throwing players forward. Johnny Evans is playing up front, so you know things are bad when that's the case. That means it's given us huge gaps to play in, and just allowed to basically exploit that sort of space in there. Neon's beaten to it by Joselu. Great header, 4-0. Great stuff, and that finishes off the game for us there. That's it, so we got ourselves a 4-0 victory. Completely thrashed West Brom at the end. Really impressive performance. Very happy with that. Obviously, gets us another 3 points, a clean sheet as well, and a deserved victory. Those first 2 goals, incredible from Matt Ritchie, and obviously the one from Perez as well. You can't forget that. 9 shots from us, 7 on target, 4 goals. Really impressive performance. That should really take us top of the league, depending on whether Man City have already played or not. But obviously, if that is the case, then maybe we have to look at changing the difficulty. I appreciate, obviously, Leicester City have won the Premier League in real life, and so things like that can happen. But obviously, yeah, it has been a little bit easier than I expected, especially with this team. It just seems like we played really good football, managed to get a good system going. Obviously, used to playing the 4-3-3 of Man City. We've tried out different systems with this team, and we've got ourselves playing similar sort of football. Obviously, not to the same quality because we have different players, but we're certainly still playing a good style of football that's getting us victories. And of course, as you can see there, we have actually gone top in front of Man City by 2 points. On to this game now against Leicester City. I don't think we're going to play this one. We're going to sim it with a slightly changed team. A couple of players being brought in, and Mbemba's being brought in here, as has, I think, Shelvey maybe. Not too sure, but I think it's near enough the strongest team that we have, to be honest. Pretty strong team anyway. We're going to sim this game, and then we're going to change the sliders after this, ready for next episode, just because I think we should try and increase things a little bit. Obviously, it's good to get good results, but we need to be challenged a little bit more. We have lost 2 games in the league this season, and the part of our success is actually in everybody else not doing very well, and having a really slow start to the season. But we are still top of the league. We are still, obviously, doing too well for Newcastle, so we're going to try and increase the difficulty after this game against Leicester. We will sim this game, though, and see how we get on. It's going to be a tough match, this one. Obviously, Leicester City, probably just about a better team than us, usually, or a better squad, at least. Their team they've put out, actually, is not particularly great. But we've missed a penalty 11 minutes in, and 28 minutes in, Jonjo Shelvey puts us 1-0 up. Approaching half-time, Jonjo Shelvey himself an injury now. Maybe that's from celebrating. Into the second half, and we're still winning the game 1-0. About 30 minutes left. Ritchie's come on for Diame, and Hayden on for Shelvey as well, who finally goes off. They equalise 73 minutes in, and 5 minutes to go. Can we put ourselves back in front? No, we've dropped 2 points there, and that means we obviously don't get ourselves the maximum of 3, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, we'll see what happens when Man City play in the next couple of days, I imagine. And like I say, we'll get on with changing the team ready for the next game against Everton. Look forward to that game next episode. But got to make sure we get these sliders right, because at the moment they're just a little bit too easy. Even though we have increased them, I think we've got to increase them again. This week, Martin goes up to 65 overall. That's fantastic news. Again, continues to fly up in overall. He's looked like a really good goalkeeper for us. Hopefully, he can help us out next season in the first team. We'll have a look at the injury, see how bad it is for Jonjo Shelvey. 2 months. Why didn't he come off earlier then? Come on. He played an extra 30 minutes, 40 minutes or something, and he's out for 2 months. A little bit gutted by that one. Obviously, our squad isn't massive. We do have the January transfer window coming up, so maybe that can help us a little bit. But by that time, he will just be out for another couple of weeks, maybe another month at that point. But yeah, still gutted about that one. Obviously, we want to have our best players available. He's one of our better ones, so a bit of a shame. On to monthly scouting updates, and as you can see here, a couple of good players to sign up, some English players as well. We'll get in Liam Jackson. I think Ollie Hughes just about gets in. The other two guys will be rejected. We will quickly take a look at the Youth Academy as well, because I think a few of you guys do want to see more of it. You mentioned that, I think, when I did the vote in, was it this Corona or the Dortmund one? Can't remember now, but either way, you guys did say you want to see more in general of the Youth Academy. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the players here, get rid of the ones I don't think are good enough. That might be including some of the players I've literally just signed, but we'll wait and see. This guy here, though, is the guy that's been training up Martin. 65 overall. What a potential he's got. 6'4", left-footed. Great keeper by the looks of it. So we're going to continue to train him up. Hopefully can be a really good player for us in the near future. And I think we've actually got a pretty good squad, to be fair. It's looking pretty good, is our Youth Academy. Need to try and get them plenty more training time, and obviously try and get them into some games once they eventually get promoted into the first team. Doing that's going to be tricky, but we're hopefully going to give it a go and see how they get on. We do have some more French players to take a look at here. We've got one guy who looks really, really good. Looking forward to having him in the squad as well. Another one of those sort of players that looks like he could genuinely help the first team out next season. And anybody else? Yes, this guy as well. Another talented player. Very impressive haul of players. I don't know if I'm interested in this guy, though. I think we're just about going to reject him there. And we'll move on, and that will be pretty much everything for today's episode as well. Unable to play all 3 games in today's episode. Kind of run out of time towards the end of it here. Game against Everton to kick off next episode, though. Looking forward to that one. And we need to change the sliders. Nearly forgot. Okay, let's try and sort these sliders out. I again sort of tweaked them last time round, and we're going to try and do that yet again. So the only ones I've currently changed are shot error, pass error, shot speed, pass speed. And then the positioning, run frequency, that's it. Oh, and also first touch control error as well. Anything else that we could change that's going to try and benefit the opposition? We'll put the first touch control error down to like 45. Anything else we can do? Marking up to 54 as well. Hopefully that'll make things more difficult. Goalkeeper ability up to 52. And we'll go with, I think, that as everything maybe. Or do we put the shot error down as well? Yeah, I think we will. Shot error down to 45. And pass error down to 45. That's big increases, even though it's only sort of marginal. In my experience, they do affect the game massively to those tweaks. So we'll see how we get on with that. If in doubt, we will change it back. But again, we can always tweak things. We'll see how that goes for next episode. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. If we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.